We will discuss about the AWS services which we are going to use at Verologic.
Okay.
We will start with EC2. EC2 instance allow us to create the instance. Basically, instance are the servers of the PC which we have to use for various purpose. Uh, to start creating the EC2, we just have to launch the instance. Now, couple of very important things which we have to take care while we do the instancing is that what type of server you want. Suppose you want just a Windows server, then just take the Windows server. If you want Windows server with the SQL license, then it does give the SQL license with that, say SQL Server Standard. This is the instance we will be using it for our SQL Server. Fine. There are also options available if you want SQL Server and not the Windows Server. They are cheaper than this one, but then for each database you want to create, you have to buy that instance. That are called RDS instance. I will discuss that about later on. Say for example, we want to host a website, so we will only go for the Windows 12 server and no SQL server. Then next, there are a couple of options available over here, and each one has a very deep meaning on it. General purpose are generally to host the web servers. If you see the details of it, it tells that it is for running medium size of and the small enterprise options. Yeah. In that also we have the options available for the RAM. You can see that the RAM, how much of RAM we need, like 3 GB, 4 GB, 8 GB, things like that. Yeah. Um, and then the CPU, like the what type of whether you want two processor, 8 processor, 16 processor, 3 processor, depending upon the type of application we are running. Mostly we are using general purpose for the web servers, and later on when we want to do the 3D team integration, then at that time, depending upon the type of work which 3D team is doing, we will be using the CPU and the RAM. Few more things which we see over here about the instances EBS and SDD. Again, if you see what is meaning by EBS, it is mentioned over here. The local instance store volume that are available to instance. The data is an instance stored not permanently, it processed to you. Acha. So, if you see, the EBS are the hard drive basically when it comes with the instance. So, the data will be available on the instance till the time you are there, and the moment you terminate the instance, not stop. Stop and terminate are two different things. So the moment you terminate the instance, your data will be lost. So it is good that we always use S3 backup or S3 drive to save our instance. There is also options available later on. I will show you to create the volumes other than this, um, which are coming with the instance. Like this will be the basic instance of a drive, like say C drive. Your operating system will be there on that drive. You can attach the volume later on, and as far as my knowledge, that volume doesn't uh, that volume doesn't go away when you terminate the instance. I will show you that also later on. So with the first instance, whatever is the size of C drive you want to keep, you can keep it. If you feel that my operating system or my software are not going to take more than 20 GB or 10 GB, then go for a less hard drive, like say like this one. But if you think that my operating system and my softwares are going to take a large size, then you go for the higher hard drive. But if your data is going to get increased, then go for a smaller drive and later on attach the bigger volume for data, and then when you terminate the instance, at that time you can still have the volume data as it is. So you have to decide what type of usage you are going to have. Suppose you are going to launch web server, then go for a normal 40-60 GB drive for a operating system and the basic IIS software, and then a bigger hard drive of 200, 300 or 400 GB attached later on for your website data. Accordingly you can decide. For now we can just take.
Sir, this is a fixed package, and we want to change some hard disk, RAM.
See, I will tell you how you can do it. See, once you create an instance, it is created. The only thing you can do with the instance while the instance is running is keep on adding more hard drive. But if, say, for example, you create an instance with the C